You have to catch that on Nitty TV, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Only on Nitty.
Only on the Nitty. I'm telling y'all.
Only on Nitty. Exclusive.
And this is.
Shout out to Boosie and them, bro. I wanted, and I think about it, cause I'm thinking about coming out of it, and I want to say this, because this is just something I want to just say right quick too. I was thinking about on my post, right? People got mad at me about the Boosie and Kevin Gates stuff, right?
Boosie and Gates, yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. All right, so people was like, GEEDY, man, people was bumping Boosie a lot down here and all that stuff like that, harder than Gates. We was on Gates just like Boosie. No, man. I told Gates on the interview that he was the first person that I really seen from Baton Rouge that New Orleans truly embraced. And Gates said, well, because I'm really from New Orleans. Right. But Gates got popping in Baton Rouge and, you know, did what he did with Dead Game and all that. Yeah. But for why on outside looking in, he was an artist from Baton Rouge that we was listening to. Boosie, I love Boosie and Webby. My cousin had put me on Boosie and Webby hard when I went to the Franklinton Fair when I was out there with my cousin them in Napoleonville. So I got on them hard, gangster music, ghetto stories, him and Webby, they going hard. But a lot of people in New Orleans ain't like Boosie's voice. They was like, oh, it's high pitch. I'm like, well, why y'all like Pimp C? Pimp C got a high pitch voice. We bump UGK. They still ain't like him. They was kind of fucking Webby a little bit. But you got to think about it. When Gates do a show, every time Gates do shows, he got New Orleans on his shows. Right. Like on his tour. Only time Boosie come down is around this time, around Bayou Classic. Okay. You'll see a show with Boosie because you got people from the surrounding areas around Baton Rouge. Right. You got people from North Louisiana like Monroe, Graham, and all that love Boosie. They're going to be in town because it's Bayou Classic. Yeah. So he could pack a show, but just like a regular night, like how Freeway or State Property, Monica might come to New Orleans, or like how Meek Mills got love in New Orleans. Right. Boosie wasn't getting love like that. So that's all I was saying. I love Boosie. Boosie my favorite. But I know it's not true that niggas in New Orleans was on Boosie like that. It wasn't. Right. And Boosie always showed New Orleans love. Right. And he fucked with, you know, C Murder and BG, and you know that was what he was doing. And he was already shouting the Mel and Turk out and Juvenile and Soulja Slim. But dog, he didn't get that same love. I felt like how when Gates get love, like, you know, Gates, they love Gates out here a little more than Boosie to me.
So you would say that they embrace Gates more than Boosie in New Orleans? I
would say that, yeah, because it's been a proven fact. The same way they love Monica down here, Meek Mills, dudes, they bump Gates out here like that. Yeah, Boosie niggas wasn't just riding around bumping. Every hood you'll hear niggas bumping Badass. Right. Every hood bumping gangster music and all that. Me and my brothers and stuff like that was listening to it, but it's a lot of our partners, you'd be like, excuse me, a lot of my partners would be like, man, turn that shit off. Nigga don't want to hear that voice sound annoying. That shit get on my nerves. I don't want to hear that shit. Put on some Cameron, put on some 50 Cent, put on some Jadakiss, Soulja Slim, or Squad Up, or Lil Wayne. That's what they was on. Now, Jeezy get booked a lot down here. That's just like Gucci, man, and have a biggest fan base down here like Jeezy. Right. Jeezy always got booked for Christmas, big holidays. Jeezy gonna be down here. The promoters gonna book Jeezy. Right. Ain't no big promoters was ever booking Boosie like that. Right. So when people saying, man, you tripping, man, we was on, you probably, like when they was saying them, I'm like, you probably would just listen to it, and that's cool. But don't act like the whole hood, like your whole, like the whole Holly Grove or the whole Sabanall Project. No, them dudes wasn't bumping him like that.
I know exactly what you mean. You're breaking it down. Because the same thing you just said is opposite in the 337. Right. You feel me? Right. Boosie is the shit in the 337. Right, right. Gates don't have the same. Gates got a big effect. The same way you're saying, like, they still fuck with Boosie. Yeah. They still fuck with Gates in the 337.
But not like Boosie.
But Boosie effect is way different. Right. In the 337.
Now let me ask you this: Do y'all bump Meek Mills out there like hard? Y'all pot it on now? Like, I mean, just like East Coast music.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. That's
New Orleans on these, y'all on that Dipset and all that.
And I think that's what hurt us. I think that's what hurt us because y'all so in tune to the Southern stuff. Y'all might listen to like more Zero Texas music, but it's gonna be Southern. Right. New Orleans listen to a lot of East Coast stuff, and I think that kind of hurt us because we don't be identifying with that. But like you said, Boosie is like a rap guard in the 337, and Gates fall behind him. But in New Orleans, Gates will be bigger. Right. And Boosie will be behind him. I love Boosie, but I think Webby, Gangsta, Savage Life is a motherfucking classic. Like, not just in Baton Rouge and the South, just a hip-hop clash, because they had a lot of singles that could have been on that album.
But what I see, I'm going to tell you what I think the difference in that with that 3-3-75 of New Orleans is the bigger city. So everything is a city vibe. Y'all already had your own sound. Y'all gonna listen to bigger city shit. So when Boosie coming up, Boosie coming attack them small areas before
chilling circuit.
He coming attack the chilling circuit before he gets to New Orleans. So our section to be called a chilling circuit. Well, you know, Lafayette kind of got this thing, but
yeah, it would be, because it still would be. It wouldn't be like a Houston, fucking Atlanta, you know. So yeah,
but them niggas crazy about Boosie. Now the older Boosie, you know what I'm saying? But
and I think that's true.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, because that's like in Mississippi, like everybody loved Boosie in Louisiana. He just didn't have a big market in New Orleans. So he didn't never break through. Now, like I said, when he got out of prison from Angola, he did a lot of his press here. He always shouted New Orleans, like on the song, I represent for all the Katrina victims, man. You feel me, man? So he always showed us love, and I respect him for that, but I just feel like he always wanted that. But the city just, like, I guess it's just that stubbornness. I don't know if that big city shit, like you say, because the same way New Orleans treated that the Baton Rouge, that's how New York treated Outkast. Like, we don't want to hear that country shit, and I think it hurt us, because look how big Young Boy is, and, you know, Baton Rouge doing good now.
Baton Rouge done came up, man. Young Boy, Fredo.
Gates. Tech and Maine, them doing their thing.
Tech and Maine.
There's a lot of them, bro.
There's a lot of them, bro. But at the same time, it probably made it harder for Boosie in New Orleans. Shit, y'all had 100, 200 rappers that was already on who
that too.
Already.
But I still used to always
ain't had that back home.
But see, I used to say that too, but I used to still feel like, you know, UGK still was loved down here, and it was sounding country. And Pimp C let you know I made country rap too. We loved them.
So they was big on that UGK?
Fucking right, they was big on UGK. Dog, UNLV had a song called Pocket Full of Furrow. Or whatever. I got a pocket full of fur. That's on Uptown Niggas for Life. That's what BG was talking about. He 15, a straight up dope fiend. That was a playoff day record. Then you got, whatchamacallit's big down here? A-Ball MJG. You know, they country with it. They letting you know we got Jerry Curls and everything, Gold Teeth. You know, we bumping all that shit down here, coming out hard, and on Space Age pimping and all that shit like that. You know, so I think on the outside looking in, like, they was on that shit. We was on the Ghetto Boys. So, but like I said, the Ghetto Boys from a bigger city. But Port Arthur, small, like you said. But they was on Pimpin' Bun. And then, you know, Bun B fuck with Cash Money hard. He was killing a lot of the hot boys on the verse. Like, Bun B was slaying every time he got on a record with anybody from Cash Money. He destroyed them. That's just facts. I love Bun B. So I just think that I didn't really get that part, especially when Pimp C had on the album with Trill, Pimp C Presents Ghetto Stories. You know, he on Boosie and Weapon and shit, letting you know, like, I'm stamping this. So I thought New Orleans would embrace them more, but I just think Boosie's voice was so high pitched. We did love Girl Give Me That Pussy, and it was fucking with Webbie more than Boosie. But to the initial point, Gates is bigger in New Orleans than Boosie, and then Boosie might be bigger in Lafayette than Gates.
I could see that. Yeah, I could clearly see that.
But I love Hollywood Hatch, Boosie, Badass, Torrance Hatch. I fuck with Boo music. I fuck with Boosie.
Yeah, it ain't talking down. You just saying how, you know what I'm saying? And I could clearly see that and understand that.
Yeah, it's just understanding the markets and all that, bro. And I think that, you know,
my brother in Houston, Boosie not as big in Houston either. As he is in that 337.
And I know they love him in Dallas. Now, he might not be as big in Houston, but in Dallas, they love him.
They love him.
So it's different. Like you said, that drive might make so much of a difference. So, but in Mississippi, Boosie, they love him from everywhere, all top to bottom. Same thing in Alabama, same thing in Georgia. They love him. You know, South Carolina, the Carolinas, you know, Milwaukee, everywhere.
New Orleans hit different though, bro. Like you say, y'all got y'all Soulja Slims, y'all got y'all Master P, y'all got BGs, y'all got Juvenile. So Boosie got to come compare to all that when he come into New Orleans. That's a big difference.
But that's
why I'm saying.
That's why
we don't have nobody even to compare to him from the 337. So it was easier for him to break out there.
That's why I got an artist I fuck with out there, Slim Chance. He from Lafayette.
That's my dog.
Okay, Slim Chance dog. Yeah, I fuck with Slim. So we had went out there and did a record. He rolled the red carpet out for us. He had made sure Murky had his drink and smoke. He got us some nice soul food from a spot. I can't remember the spot. But really rolled the red carpet out. And J Merck was like, man, I like this shit, man. Dude from Lafayette, you know, paid me for a verse, paid for the video. Nice studio.
Slim a real nigga.
Yeah, bro. And got us some food. Like, he really rolled the red carpet. carpet out in the Southern way, and that was dope. And that's why I say breaking into those markets, because I always tell Q Red that, you know, from Baton Rouge, like I know every artist that break, you gotta have Baton Rouge and those other places too, not just New Orleans. Just like Young Boy and Gates had to get New Orleans. Once they got that, they got the whole state. Just like a politician, you can't just be in Baton Rouge or Lafayette. You got to get this city behind you, all these big, and then you know, or you gonna get all the small cities and just trump the big city. Like the governors might do, like the Republicans, they might get all the small cities, but you need a lot of them if you ain't gonna get that one big city. You know, you better have all the small towns if you ain't gonna have that one big city. But if you do got the big city and the surrounding areas, you really gonna be the shit.
Shit, yeah.
You have to catch that on Nitty TV, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Only on Nitty.
Only on the Nitty.
Only Nitty. Exclusive. And this is